Hey everyone, this is Michel Bron with the Bron Realty Group, and this is my market video update for the month of November 2022. So what's going on in the real estate market? A lot, as always. What's going on in the mortgage world? A lot also is going on, and that's why we have a lot of our buyers and our sellers reaching out to us, asking us what they should do. Should they buy now or later? Should they sell now or later? So I'm going to try to answer those questions, but of course no one has a crystal ball, and as always you should do what works best for you at this time in your life, what makes the most sense, and not necessarily try to time the market, which we know is never a good idea. So the number one influencer right now for of the real estate market is, as we all know, the mortgage rates. Now we know that mortgage rates have gone up a lot. As a matter of fact, for the first time in 20 years, mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage has surpassed 7%, not 70%. That's according to Freddie Mac. And rates so far have more than doubled since they were below 3% at the beginning of 2022. So actually, and we know that they're also going to increase in the next few days, probably by another 3/4 of a point. But my personal opinion is that if more than where the rates are actually at around 7% or 7-ish%, more than where they are right now, the speed at which the rates have increased is really what has really thrown an ice bucket on the market. I think that if rates had been increased in a more slower pace, and if we'd gotten used to that in a more tempered way, I think that the real estate market would not have slowed down as abruptly as it has recently. And as a matter of fact, I think that eventually, since all the experts are predicting that going forward the rates increase are going to probably be very, very moderate, if at all. I think eventually in the next 6 to 8 months, both buyers and sellers are going to get used to this new normal, and the 7% rate, maybe even 8% rate, is going to be the new normal, and the market is going to pick up again. As a matter of fact, I just want to show you what's been going on here with interest rates, mortgage rates since 1971, according to Freddie Mac data. And you can see, going back, pretty much 50 years, you can see in the 80s, interest rates were all the way to almost 18%. Personally, I bought my first house at 12% in the around 85, and at 7%, you can see that's probably where the rates were around 2001, 2003. If you look at this chart here compared to where the rates were before, at 7 or 8%, this is not an outrageous rate at all. Of course, we're kind of shocked by it because just a few months ago, we were below 3%. But as I said, if the increase had been slower, had been more tempered, then we wouldn't be as shocked by where they are right now. So I think that the market is going to normalize eventually, and especially in Los Angeles, where we're such a highly sought after market, the market is going to get busy again. That's just my personal belief. And also we're hearing that while mortgage rates are expected to continue to drift higher over the coming months, much of the rapid increase in rates is likely behind us. That's also what the experts are saying. Now, as far as the big question, where are real estate prices going to be for 2023? Again, I have looked at some of what the experts are saying out there, and I've put this little chart together for you. And you can see Zelman Housing Research is predicting a 4% drop in real estate prices. This is nationwide, of course, not in Los Angeles. So every market is different. Fannie Mae is predicting a 2% drop in real estate prices. But then the National Association of Realtors is predicting a 1% increase in prices. Zillow, they definitely have a finger on the pulse of the market. They're predicting a 1.2% increase. Home Price Expectation Survey, which is a big survey company, they're expecting a 3% increase, and the Mortgage Broker Association also 3%. Freddie Mac is predicting 3.3%. So the average of all 7 experts is forecasting an increase of almost 1%, which is actually what we are hearing here, all the realtors for Los Angeles. We're hearing that prices are going to go up around, in the 3% range. That's what we're hearing. So in conclusion, basically, I think that if you, and this is a quote again from someone I really appreciated. This is from Odetta Cucci, Deputy Chief Economist at First American. And she says, if you can find a house or a condo or an income property that meets your financial expectations for a given monthly payment, and it is a good time for you to buy, then do that. And if you wait for prices to fall, and they never do, you may find out the hard way that the property that you found a year ago, that you loved and that you could afford now, but passed on, is more expensive next year, and you can no longer afford it due to the interest rates most likely being even higher than now. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Of course, you can wait for the market, and if you're not in a hurry, you can see what happens. But my guess is that prices are still going to increase. The rates are also going to be higher, or at least stay high where they are now. And so the longer you wait, possibly the more expensive it's going to cost you. Now that's for buyers. Now a really quick note for sellers, and if you're still around, thank you very much, because I know this is a long video, but just a quick note for sellers. Your property value has gone up in the past 2 years by an average of about 10% per year. That's a total of 20%. If your home was worth $1 million or a condo was worth $1 million in Los Angeles, it's gone up to $1.2 million. You made $100,000 a year just by sleeping in your bed every night. So if you're thinking of selling your property because you have a good reason to sell, maybe you want to downsize, maybe you want to upsize because you have another kid, maybe you want to move out of state and be with the grandkids, in New York State or in some other states. If you're getting divorced, whatever the reason is, if you really have a good reason to sell and you're hesitant because you've made 20% increase in value of your home in the last 2 years, and you're wondering if maybe you're going to make a little less or maybe just a little bit more selling it in the next few months, I'm not sure that's a good idea. If you're holding off where you've made so much money, you're holding off for such a small difference, either down or up, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Now, of course, if you don't really have a good reason to sell and you're just, you were just thinking about it, but you're not quite ready yet, and you want a chance and you want to, wait maybe a year or 2 or 3 and see where the market is at, I'm actually very confident that prices are going to definitely be higher, 2-3 years from now. And sure, go ahead and wait. But if you are really, if you have a good reason to sell now, then I would say, cash your jackpot and move on with your life and do what you want to do. So that's my tidbits for this month of November. As always, thanks for checking in. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, text me, call me, send me smoke signals. I'm sure you can get a hold of me. And we'll see you in the next video next month. Take care and be safe out there. Thanks. Bye-bye.